let's talk YouTube. How long does it take for someone to know that they're killing someone? How long is it? How much sense does someone have to know that placing your knee on someone's neck is probably going to lead to their death? Should a policeman have that kind of sense to know that? I would think so. I would think a policeman should have that kind of sense to know that if you put your knee on someone's neck for more than 8 minutes, it's probably going to cut off their airflow and kill them. So let's look at this objectively. If I were the cop that killed, murdered, whatever legal terms you want to use or common terms you want to use to describe what happened, the cop that killed / murdered George Floyd, how would a criminal defense attorney defend him? What would they say? How would they argue for him? Would they say that he could have no way of knowing that he was killing him, so therefore he is not responsible for knowingly taking this man's life? Could they say that? The criminal defense attorney? But this is a cop that's supposed to have undergone extensive training about how to defend, secure, protect, and serve their community that they serve. And beyond that, they're supposed to understand and know the difference between what is lethal force, what is subduing. And Candace Owens put up this video about George Floyd and all of the criminal trespasses that he has committed, allegedly. Or maybe even, maybe it's on record, Doesn't fucking matter. He's dead. Why are you disparaging this man's name as if what the cop did has anything to do with what he has done in the past? Did he kill that cop? What was the purpose of posting that video? What is wrong with Candace Owens? What is wrong with her? And I'm looking up because I'm in my car and I'm about to get gas, but this is just on my heart. Normally I would wait until I'm situated, or set up in a position to do an official video, or a video in an official setting. But I'm sitting in a hot ass car because I'm in a hot ass state, hot humid state down here in the dirty South. But yeah, what was the purpose of Candace Owens going down the laundry list of what George Floyd has done in the past? How does that serve anything or anyone in this murder trial that is about to happen? So if the man had a criminal record, he had a criminal fucking record. And I think I assume what she's trying to do is say, why are we protesting for a man that is not an upstanding citizen? Because he's a fucking man. He's a fucking human being. And he was fucking murdered on the streets by a police officer. And it's happened way too many times. That's why, Candace. It's not about George Floyd being an upstanding citizen. Whatever the fuck that is. We all done shit. Including you, I'm sure. Bitch, you are not no angel. Imperfection is impossible. I'm sure you may have not committed crimes as far as the Constitution and your state or wherever you've lived laws state, but morality wise, you've done shit, because we all have. So I'm not judging you for that. So why are you judging this man? And he's dead. His family is grieving. You are a callous, heartless bitch. Sad. T.I. said he hesitated to really call you or talk about you the way he really wants to, because when he looks at you, he sees his sister, his daughter, or whatever. But fuck that. You are a callous, heartless bitch. The man is dead. Dead. In the ground. Because of what? You say that he has this drug in his system, that drug in his system. But when we look in the video, video doesn't lie, Candace. When we look at the video, and that police officer had it, there was no other way. When you put a man in handcuffs, put him in the back of the police car, lock the door. I mean, police have done it many times. They've done it because there are decent police out there. There's no doubt about that. There's decent everything out there. There are decent politicians, although they're hard to find. Few and far in between. They all have agendas, but that's humanity. That's the way. That's humanity. That's the reality of our world, of this world, of the human world. We're all flawed. Period. You know? Some of us commit crimes that, like white collar crimes, that aren't the type of thuggish crimes that you guys like to refer to. They steal money by means of manipulating and deceiving and undercutting and not offering fair wages. You know, people like that, white collar crimes, that commit white collar crimes, they're not stereotyped in the same way that people that commit crimes on the streets are. But nonetheless, they're crimes. It's still theft in its own way. Candace, you are a confused, sad girl. And look, I'm not a stone cold liberal. You know, I have some conservative viewpoints because I'm an objective person. I'm able to use reasoning and logic and not go with a group of people on one side or the other just because a large number of people that look like me or that don't look like me feel a certain way. I don't go against a group of people because they don't look like me, and I don't go with or for a group of people because they do look like me. But what I will say is there is a certain spirit of brother and sisterhood amongst African Americans because of the common obstacles, the common whatever that we've had to face in America for 500 plus years now. It's just natural that we feel the need to come together and be there for one another when we all face, because of our skin colors, certain disparities and certain discriminatory practices. Many of us, most of us, the majority of us have faced racism. I know Lil Wayne and people like that say, "Who's this?" Lil Wayne cannot tell me he has never faced racism, whether he knows it or not. Maybe he's too high to realize it most of the time, but he, it's impossible, especially coming from New Orleans and Louisiana. It's impossible that you've never faced racism in your life. A cop, not all cops are bad. He's correct. A cop saved your life when you were a kid. Kudos to that cop. That's wonderful that cop did that, you know. But for every cop that's like him, there's plenty that are just the opposite, you know. And you don't, you have to say that, you know. You can't just leave it at there are good cops out there, because that is saying that is misleading. It's misleading because that's like saying there are no bad cops out there. Words matter, my G. Words matter. Candace, you married. I can look at the guy that you marry and tell what kind of woman you are. And I know that's stereotyping in its own way. But I'll be honest with you, in many cases, what you see truly is what you get. You know? And that even goes for my guys, my black dudes out there that are out there thugging it out, quote unquote thugging it out. And I hate to say that because people, and by people I mean persons that like to use that against the entire black race, particularly the African American race. They like to use those stereotypes against the entire African American race. If we do one little small thing, if we wear our hair like in an Afrocentric style, you know, you stereotype us in a negative way. So stereotyping is not good, it's bad, but too often, again, it's accurate. You know, so I know you want to be able to express yourself, but think about it this way. Let's talk about sagging pants. Sagging pants. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of sagging your pants? What's the purpose of your pants hanging off your butt? I mean, why? Why not pull your pants up and have them at your waist? I know you say, oh, you'll probably argue, that's cultural. That's like stating that everybody should be the same way, and those are cultural norms or society norms that everybody should have their pants at their waist. But I mean, I don't want to see your ass, my G. And you say, well, that's my problem. That's what you'll probably say. But there are children out there. There are kids out there in this world. And why would you want to portray that? Because so often people that do that are the type of people that are out there selling dope to their own people. And I don't, this is how you know I'm objective. I don't agree with making heroes of people that sell dope to their own communities. So they give turkeys every year at Thanksgiving. But how many families, how many homes are they destroying in their own community amongst their own people? You say, I gotta put food on my table, I gotta feed my family, but at what cost? You cannot find any other, driving a garbage truck. You can make it. You might not be eating steaks every Friday. You might have to eat it once a month or something like that, but you can move up. Read books. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to be a boss, a legal boss. Have ambition. And I don't care what nobody says, marijuana most of the time. Sometimes it affects people differently, but why take that chance? Marijuana most of the time takes away your drive, your ambition. For most people. That's what I've experienced with people. You know, I'm not just saying this because that's what I've heard, that's what I've seen on TV, that's what I've read. I've actually seen it in person, how marijuana over time deadens the brain cells, or appears to, and I'm not using the correct scientific or medical terminology, but I've seen people just like be like, and I won't say what I partaked in the past, because I have a profession, but we've all lived, we've all been young. And let's just say, if allegedly I had experienced marijuana in the past, the only thing I would say that it did for me was sort of open my mind a little bit, I would say, and it did make me slightly more artistic. So I guess if you're a creative, artistic type of person, maybe it is beneficial to you, you know? But the majority of us just are workers. Like, we work in the world. We're not rappers. We're not painters. We're not writers, etc., etc. You know? I think everybody individuality is important, but responsibility is also important. And knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and recognizing what can harm you and what can help you is important. And being honest with yourself. Okay? So back to Candace, and back to the George Floyd situation as a whole. Candace, you're wrong. You dead wrong. It was disgusting, the video that you put up. It was totally unnecessary. What was the point? You said that it was to show, or to state that we should not be protesting for a man that is not an upstanding citizen. That's what I got from it. But the man is A, dead. His family is B, grieving. And here you are just slandering him. And his mother, if she's still alive, or his sisters, children, all of these people are agreeing with a man that is not here anymore and is not coming back. Drag that fucking policeman that killed him. Drag his ass. Drag him. Say how he should have known better, that's putting his fat ass knee on this man's neck for 8 minutes. How he could not know that was going to fucking take his life. Drag that motherfucker. You want to drag somebody. What is your problem, chick? What is wrong with you? Why do you so badly need to drag black people and uplift people like Donald Trump? Why? A tip must be, some people really must be paying you. Because that's one of the few things I can think of that would make a person go against their nature. Money. Okay? Money and feeling like you belong to something. Did somebody reject you as a dark-skinned black girl? Did several black men reject you? And but honey, I know your pain if that's the case. But that doesn't mean that because as many dark-skinned black men that I've seen, if not personally rejected me, appear to reject dark-skinned black women in general, like a lot of these rappers and some athletes or whatever. As many of them as I see do that, I see just as many with chocolate women or dark brown women. You know, don't hone in on that. And just know that those men are confused. They are brainwashed, and they have not been able to overcome that brainwashing if that's all they do. I mean, I can understand, because I date around. I don't just date one color or one race. I date what I like, you know? If he's respectful, loyal, whatever, I date what I like. But if I'm constantly dating white men or Hispanic men and never dating a black man, especially a dark-skinned black man, that's a problem. That's a problem. And so black men that do that, that's a whole nother video. Anyway, yeah, Candace, you tripping, sister. I'm not sister. You're not a sister anymore. We have, your sister card is revoked. You're not a sister. You don't act like a sister. You don't talk like a sister. I don't know if you walk like a sister, but I doubt it. You don't do nothing like a sister. You're not a sister. You're far from it. You're damn near a Klansman. You love Donald fucking Trump so much, you can burn with that motherfucker when all that shit go up in flames. And I don't mean I'm personally going to do anything to harm our president of the United States. I mean that metaphorically. Because it's bound to happen. The way he do shit, he gonna take a picture in front of a church with a Bible. What is that supposed to do? What is that supposed to do? What is the purpose of that, and what is it supposed to do? You are the president of the United States, basically the leader of the known world.